to cloud. All right, here we go. Elina, tell us, what's your
Yes.
win for the week?
Win for the week. Let's see. A lot of 10,000 plus steps days. Went to the gym like really early because I had to drop my brother off at the airport on Friday. So
Nice.
so my husband and I just went to the gym. So that was good. It was a 24-hour gym. I might make it a habit to go there again.
Nice. That's awesome. Big wins. Round of applause for Linda, everyone. That's amazing. Now, Lucia, tell us, champ lady, what's the win for this week for you?
I don't think I have one.
Those are the days we gotta dig a little deeper so we actually find one.
I really don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
No positive thoughts, small things, went for a good walk, had a good breakfast. Oh,
Nothing
whoops.
special.
You're here. That's a win.
That's a win. You're here with us. Give her a look around. Oh, goddamn it, she's here with us. That's what she needs right now. Debbie, what's happening?
Hi. Sorry, I was confused about the time of this webinar today. What's my win this week? Learning to say no.
Powerful.
I'm not so good at it yet. I'm working on it.
Yeah, no, that's the most important. That's the most important. What could you give an example?
Yeah, just saying no to things that make me miss workouts or have not enough time, like helping out in classes, too many social events. So yeah, I know everyone likes to party, but sometimes it's getting in the way of workouts. So
Oh, definitely. And that's such an important insight, right? So round of applause for Debbie, everyone. Teresa, how are you doing? Right? Maybe she's busy. Amalia, how are you doing, champ lady? You with us? Or maybe busy and listening from afar?
I'm with you. I'm just getting out of the shower, so I'm just getting ready before I will turn on my camera.
No stress. Do your thing, champ lady, and just join us later, right?
Okay.
Fantastic. So guys, today is gonna be one of those days where I have this is not gonna be a long webinar today. And it's not because of any other reason. It's just that I have this one concept that changed a lot for me. And that's also refers back to my win. And I'm reading this great book that both me and Erlinda have been Erlinda already have read also. It's called Words That Change Minds. And the second chapter of the book talks about what we're going to talk about today. So my win for the week is definitely that I picked up this book. It was the book I spent the entire last week reading. I was honestly planning on finishing it last week. I was trying to reach a book a week, sorry. But this one, I had to reread the previous chapter. So I'm not going to finish it. Hopefully by the end of this week. So not even putting that as a goal, just gonna enjoy that book. It's a really good book. And one of my main insights is what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. And it goes along with the mastering of self-motivation or the mastering of self in general, right? Because if you get this right, you're gonna get a hell of a lot more results. You're gonna be able to truly understand how to push yourself and how to connect with others. So these two things go together, but we're going to talk about it from a personal perspective. So if you get that right, there will be an incredible increase in the way you are motivated to move towards something or away from something. It might even be that. So I want to ask you guys the first question that I wrote down, and you can just answer it. Let's answer it in the chat if you can, if you're not out and about. What was the main reason in the beginning for you to join this program? Just try to type it out in a sentence or a short paragraph. It's like, why did you join? What was the main reason? More than I am good looking, right? Like that one is obvious, but like the more subtle things. So what do we get? To lose weight. What do we got here, guys? To have a fitness program that supported my dancing. So then while you guys are typing, I'm gonna ask counter questions. So we have the first one, it says to lose weight. And then my question is it because you want to accomplish something? Or is it because you don't want to be in the position you currently are in, as in for that time, right? And the same thing goes with have a fitness program that supported my dancing. Is that because you wanted to become a better dancer, or was it that you wanted to stay away from injuries? And to take care of myself is pretty much the same question. Are you taking care of your future self, or are you taking care of not taking care of yourself? Do you want to take care of yourself to avoid something, or do you want to take care of yourself to get to somewhere? Does that make sense? So you don't need to type these things out. It's just, okay, yeah, type them out, it's even better. Get out of the situation I was in, of not doing anything, yeah? Both, to be a better dancer, to be performance ready, and to avoid injuries. Perfect. So why I'm asking this book talks really about that you want to understand your motivational triggers. And it says, I joined because I felt I had a good connection with Sebastian, that we share a similar mindset, that he would help me reach my fitness goals, which we do because we are frequently reading the same books. I'm posting new books and it's like, hey, also read that book. He was like, that one is awesome. Get better routines, be more mobile, but still strong. Awesome. So the first thing that they talk about in this book, that what we want to talk about, is to really understand what is your motivational triggers. Like, what are your hot spots, right? Like, what are the things people can say to you, or you can say to yourself, that will challenge you and to catapult you into get going, so to say, like something that triggers a reaction from your side, right? And the way he describes it is that he say that people are there are two ways. You're either running away from something, or you're running towards something. And then you are people that are very double in their way of being. But I personally think that if you really sit down and look into the specific situations that you were in, you will understand, okay, well, what is my fitness level, or what is my fitness journey? What is it about? Is it for me to get away from something, or is it towards something? And for me personally, it's definitely away from something. Like I'm running away from something. I'm not running towards anything right now. I can get a little bigger. That would be nice, I guess. Was like, not really. Last time I was 4 kilos bigger. I didn't feel happier. I didn't feel anything. So it's really just to get away from being miserable and having depression during that time that I had. So for me, I'm running away from something. All right. So it's the same thing for you guys. You want to really put that into mind. It's like, okay, but first things first, what's the criteria that I will judge this at or from? So it's like, okay, I'm judging now. I'm talking about my fitness journey. What perspective, what criteria, what am I actually talking about? Okay, my fitness. Okay, perfect. Am I running away from something or running towards something? I don't know. Okay, but what am I talking about? What's the words that I keep repeating to myself like when I'm talking in the marketing? Okay, well, yeah, I guess it's away from, because you very rarely hear me say, okay, now I'm on this journey, I'm gonna put on 6 pounds of kilos or muscles or la la la. Okay, so then my fitness journey is an away from journey. Got it. And why is that important for me to know? And why is that important for you guys to know? Because the more questions you ask, the more times you ask why, the bigger the chance is that you will actually understand what it is that you are, or if you are an away from person, or if you are towards from person. So here's the thing. Let me see here. Got it. Wow. Theme. Wow.
Just forget this.
Like it. Cool. Here. So I have some students that has been with us for sometimes, and some of them keep ending up at the same place. And it's really a pattern that you can see that is in some life, and therefore is why I'm so focused on lifestyle changes and not diet, because here's what happens. So we have this axis and this axis, right? See if I can get this a little bigger. Boom. Oh. Bam. Bam. So let's say you are this on this side, you have motivation. And up here it's 10. Up here it's 10, 0, 5. And then we have, in this sense, because I'm talking about one of our students or some of our students, we have weight gain. So when you do this, again, if you do this right, it's going to be easier for you to stay on track, because you're going to understand, okay, so what is actually motivating you? So let's say this person, right? So the higher we are here, the more motivated she is, and here is less motivated. And let's say that here is 100 kilos, she weighs 100 kilos, and here she's like where she wants to be. Let's say it's 60, right? Like I'm really making these numbers up. But come on. Come on. So with that, this person that I'm referring to is super away from, she really want to get away from the weight, right? Which means if you want to, because she has lost a lot of weight and then gained a lot of weight. She has lost a lot of weight, then gained a lot of weight. She lost a lot of weight and gained a lot of weight. So it's the yo-yo thing, right? Okay, but what is that? Well, she has an away from, she's very, very much away from motivated. Okay? So because the more motivated she's here, she's more motivated because she knows she's going to get away from it. But then when she comes down here, her motivation goes down. Sorry, it's the reverse thing, and I'm messing this up completely. I apologize, Familia. I apologize. Because it's reversed. Because let's say she weighs 100 kg here. My apologies. And then she weighs 60 kg here. And as a result of her losing the weight, her motivation goes lower. Because she's very away from motivated. Right? So if you have a tendency that if you look at your life, that is that you lose weight and then you gain weight and then you lose weight and then you gain weight, this is probably the reason. You are very, or one of the reasons, you're very away from motivated. That's one of you, that's your triggers. All right. And then you might be asking, okay, but how do I know whether I am away from or that you are towards motivated? So away from people, that words that most of the away from people use, myself included, is these ones. I won't have to. You have phrases like I'm solving this, that I want to fix this thing. I'm doing this to avoid. Prevention or get rid of. Yeah. And I mean, again, like I'm referring to myself now, and I think it's very important that you check your own language and like, what are you talking about with your friends and people? It's like, I don't know how many times I say this, like I'm preventing myself from getting back to a depressed person. I am getting rid of the voices up here by doing hard workout. Like I'm doing this so I don't have to go to psych ward, essentially, right? Like that's essentially the narrative that I'm constantly talking about, right? But then on the other side of this spectrum, we have people that are much more motivated towards. And when it comes to me talking about like my company, I'm much more toward motivated. I'm talking constantly about like we want to attain things. We want to accomplish, obtain, get, accomplish, get, maintain, achieve, right? So when you have these, and when you have an understanding of like, okay, but am I more away or am I more driven toward whatever goal you're trying to accomplish, where you are right now? And again, we're talking specifically about your fitness journey, right? But this thing, you can do this on every area of your life or any criteria of your life, right? Because it all comes down to this thing. Are you away from motivated or are you towards motivated? Because if your motivation moves like this and your results are following that crazy roller coaster, and that's going to be a situation in the long term for you, because you never accomplish what you want to truly accomplish, right? So when this happens to you, you got to ask yourself the right questions in order for you to gain your motivation. So when you are down here, and you are down here, or you are, let's go for this line again. When you have started your journey and you are getting close, okay, I used to weigh 100 kilos. Now I weigh 80 and now I weigh 70, right? And when you start to feel that your motivation gets lower, you need to ask yourself these questions. So you ask yourself questions like, okay, but what won't I have to do? So let's say again, now I'm talking about the away. If I'm away person, right? You're motivated by getting away from something. So you ask yourself those questions. What am I getting away from this? What am I getting away from? What am I solving? What won't I have to fix if I accomplish this? By going to the gym, what am I preventing? By showing up for myself and not eating cake today, what am I avoiding? Okay, I reached 70 kg now, perfect. I usually stop when I'm at 60. Okay, what can I prevent? If I keep going, what is it that I won't have to do in the future? And you ask yourself those deeper questions, right? And it's really, you look at them from like a truly factual perspective. It's like, hey, look, like if I keep going like this, and I'm a 5 foot or 4'9" woman, and I weigh 100 kilos, well, if I don't solve this right now, I will probably have to do surgery when I get older. Or by me going to workout, right, committing to this 4-month program and actually be strict on myself, I'm getting rid of some serious childhood trauma here, because I've been overweight the majority of my life, or I won't have to solve my non-existing health insurance when I'm too obese to be able to fill in the blanks, right? I think you got my point here with that one. Yeah, perfect. Now, if you're towards motivated, and the closer you get to your goals, the less motivated you get. So maybe for you, it's this then. That like, here you're so, let me say, the closer you get to your goal, the less motivated. Oh, well, it's the same thing, right? So, but then you got to ask yourself similar questions. It's like, okay, but what act am I doing right now that is bringing me closer to attaining what I want to attain? This dream physique of mine, these grades of mine, this perfect dance routine or fast footwork that I want to attain. Because again, what are we doing? We are talking about how to motivate yourself and how to staying on track, right? Okay, but what will this act get me closer to the things that I'm trying to accomplish? If I'm doing this and I stick to this program, am I going to obtain what I want to obtain? What do I get out from doing this? What do I get out from doing this? What do I get out from showing up to X, Y, and Z? Is this bringing me closer towards my goals? What am I achieving here? How do I achieve this? Right? Because people, again, are either running towards love or this is fire, away from fear. All right? How do I make a running man? That's a man running. Unless you were hesitating on my art. So you're either running towards pleasure or away from pain. You're either running away from something or towards something. And the more you understand this, the more you understand where you are, the easier it's going to be for you to obtain or sustain your motivation and to boost yourself mentally. So again, you might be both. You might be both. That is actually a thing. But then you got to really be able to navigate when you're doing visualization practices or whatever you are doing in order to boost yourself up. I can see myself getting closer to putting on these jeans that I used to wear. So I'm getting closer to, and I'm also going away from where I am. I'm feeling how I'm leaving this weight behind me and moving closer towards that, right? So it's 2-in-1 type of deal, a little bit more advanced, but you just got to deal with it, right? So first thing, what have we been talking about? Number one, you got to understand your criteria because you're not the same thing on every level, right? Like I said, when it comes to my fitness, I'm very much away from. When it comes to my own company and my vision, I'm very much towards, right? Like that's the main goal of mine. So I got to understand my criteria. And then I'm going to understand, I need to know my motivational triggers. AKA hot buttons. Or wait, you can do this instead. Hot buttons can be number 3, actually. It doesn't really matter. Motivational triggers is like what triggers me? Away from, forward to. That we call it towards, sorry. So it's either away from or towards. When you understand those two, you understand your hot buttons. Okay, but how am I going to talk to myself? What do I need to do? What do I need to design? Because motivation is just internal design anyway. That's all it is. And then we have these here. This is the gold. Is this making sense, guys? For me, really, this is something I was aware of it, but I never really put it into account like this. And it makes a hell of a lot of difference. It makes a hell of a lot of difference depending on where you are. Because again, it comes down to your criteria. That's such an important thing. So just don't think that it's like, okay, but I am like this. It's like, no, you're not. You're just like this right now. And that can change at any point period of time. And don't worry about it if it does. Just know that you have these words. You have these words up here that will help you when you are feeling low. Because again, what is this for? This is for mastering your self-motivation. This is for you talking yourself out of whatever you are feeling at that moment, right? That's what it is. That's what it is. It doesn't come down to if you have the perfect day. It doesn't come down to if you had a super workout or not. You need to do this anyway. You need to understand, okay, but how am I talking to myself? What am I saying here? Like, what am I doing in order for me to get to that next level? All right. And honestly, guys, this is really what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I thought this was such a valuable lesson for myself personally, and I really wanted to share it as fast as possible. So let me know on your fitness journey right now. Type in the chat. Are you away from or towards too motivated? Towards. Oh, wait, I'm just gonna add one thing here. Away from. See, everyone's different, right? Mostly towards. Let me just open up this one real quick again. So we have the criteria, we have the motivational triggers, we have the hot buttons, and then we have the most important that I almost forgot. It's ask the right questions. Because when you ask the right question, that's when you get the answers. That's when you get the answers, asking the right questions. Now I'm getting closer to my fitness goals. I'm using language that is towards. Awesome. Yeah, right. Because when you were when you were far away from your closer to your fitness goals, like, oof, I don't want to be here. That's different. So then we have, I used to be very away motivated, but since I reframed to towards, the motivation is a lot higher. That's beautiful. Towards on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, away Tuesday. I love it. Specificity. But yeah, familia, listen, that's pretty much it. That's all I want to talk to you guys about today. Hope this was valuable, because it was very valuable for me. Today, we are starting the first, just a quick one for everyone. We're starting a meditation challenge. We're starting it, and it's going to be a 7-day challenge. Because it's a little bit late now, we're going to start tomorrow. So I'm recording it today, and then we're going to start tomorrow. Just make sure to do it. Post it inside of our group chat. There is a group inside of our of Telegram that is more active, I think, than the Facebook group. So we're gonna start to slowly but surely move over there. When I say Telegram, I mean the app. It's not that. It's not Telegram. It's our training app. All right, familia. Let me take a photo of everyone here. Quick photo. Quick photo. Quick photo. All right, be pretty. 3, 2, 1, and bam. Awesome. Familia, thank you so much for today. Unless you have any questions, then we leave it there. Everything good? We clear as ice? Awesome. Talk to you guys soon. Motivational triggers was the topic for today. Ciao.